What's going on, guys? So ever since I featured both of these fragrances on my channel, I've been asked countless times which one is the best, and I've been trying to spend a little more time with it before I could really answer that question, because they are both, as they stand, fantastic fragrances. Of course, we are talking about Afnan Supremacy, Not Only Intense, a mega hype beast, and Armaf Club de Nuit Intense Man Limited Edition Parfum, a mega hype beast. Let's break it down to a few different categories. This is going to be hard. This one's going to be very difficult because I really like both of these a lot. Which one should you get? Which one do I recommend? If you're just going to get one, should you get? Stay tuned. So I guess it's only right that we go chronologically. We're going to discuss the scent first and foremost because in my mind, that's the most important to me. I know performance is going to outshine that for a lot of you, which we will get to at one point. But I got the limited edition Parfum of Club de Nuit Intense Man first. I absolutely love this fragrance. I actually wore it to dinner with my wife and my in-laws. We're going to give it one good spray. So all of the harshness from Club de Nuit Intense Man is completely gone here. You still get that tart, sharp, almost bitter lemon at the top, which I've always liked that about Club de Nuit Intense Man. Could I do without the harshness of the opening of the EDT? Sure, but it never really bothered me. Here, that's gone. They've cranked up the oil concentration. They've smoothed it out. It's still smoky magic, though the note breakdown has changed a little bit, as I'm sure I already had it on screen at this point. It's not exactly the same as Creed Aventus' note breakdown. It's not exactly the same as the original EDT's note breakdown. But I feel what they did add to it enhanced the scent profile overall. And Broxton supposedly in the base, I never really get an Ambroxan smell. I'm not saying it's not there helping provide some type of performance or some cleanliness to an overall darker type of scent, but the leather comes across heavy here, as well as the patchouli, and it's birch dominant. There is a little bit of this pepper that's detectable, so this is not exactly one-to-one with Creed Aventus. Both of these I don't think are one-to-one with Creed Aventus. I like judging them as individuals because individually they're awesome in their own right, and this one is just an absolute joy to smell. It really is. If you like the original Eau de Toilette, you're going to love this one. This is superior in every way. Projection, which we'll discuss in a little bit, is not as bright at first, but the longevity's there, and the consistency is better in the performance. But the scent profile is just more robust. It's thicker. It's richer. It's, believe it or not, a little bit darker. Like I said, it's just top to bottom, in my opinion, of course, a better scent overall. Now, in regards to Afnan Supremacy, Not Only Intense, I have these notes on screen as well. Here, this is even less like Creed Aventus, in my opinion. Honestly, this I find resembles it less than Club de Nuit Intense Man, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. This is a tart, inky type of bitter black currant bomb. Everything about this fragrance, I don't really get much bergamot here. I get a little fruity, crisp apple. But from start to finish, you're getting black currant here. This is deep, this is dark, this is rich. Whereas the other one is technically, I think, an EDP concentration, maybe bordering Parfum. I don't know the official note oil concentration for Club de Nuit Intense Man Limited Edition Parfum because prior it was Limited Edition Eau de Parfum, so I know that can be confusing. Whereas this is advertised as an extrait, but if you look on the bottom of this sticker, it says Eau de Parfum. But on the box, it says it's an extrait. So again, confusing. Armaf and Afnan are kind of sending mixed messages here, but it smells rich like a pure Parfum, an extrait to Parfum. So I'm assuming the box is correct and the sticker is printed wrong. And you do get a bit of a leathery feel here. There's no leather in the note breakdown, but saffron can come across rather leathery and spicy at times. And I feel like I get a heavy dose of this lavender. Of course, it's musky. You know, there's musk and ambergris. It adds a little bit of a salty, musky nature. Nothing animalic here as far as the musk. And the leatheriness doesn't have any animalic tones to it. It's dark and earthy. The lavender helps provide some brightness to the top, but it's overall dark, and some will say it's smoky. It's actually just this kind of oak moss black currant combination that provides this dark, inky like earthy, spicy tone, herbal green that kind of gives off a little bit of a smoky feel without it really being smoky. This is more earthy, mossy, a little leathery from the saffron, and like I said multiple times, a blackcurrant bomb. I love the way this smells. It's gorgeous on skin. It smells very good on paper as well, but on skin it really opens up. This is a heavy fragrance, not one I would really want to wear in the summertime, but man, I can just, I could smell this all day long. And the same goes for Club de Nuit Intense Man Limited Edition Parfum. Now comes to the challenging part. So I said what I like about them and what I get from them. Which one do I prefer to smell? This is the hardest part of this entire video, because for as good as this is, the quality even comes across a little bit better with Afnan than it does on Armaf. The overall scent profile, just the dark smokiness with all that bright fruits. I actually like the limited edition Parfum of Club de Nuit Intense Man smell a little bit better. And I mean ever so slightly. Whereas I gave them both an 8.5 out of 10. I think now when it comes to scent, I got to give this one an 8.5 still. And this one cuts down to an 8.25. Just barely nudges it out for the scent profile. It's CDM Limited Edition Parfum. Now on to what most of you are going to deem the most important of categories. We're talking performance. So, they're both stellar. I know that's not enough for you guys. Projection on both, though pretty radiant here with the limited edition Parfum, it's not as bright, as loud in the opening, I find, as the Eau de Toilette. Whereas not only intense, while not the same fragrance as Supremacy Silver, you could kind of look at that as its weaker little brother, and this is kind of the flanker to that. This is a very, very strong fragrance. This admittedly is the strongest of the two. Like, I knew when I decided to do this comparison battle video, whatever you want to call it, I knew this was going to kind of take the cake in performance, because it doesn't come off your skin until you scrub it off. And it's very strong once you get to the point of showering. We're talking 10, 12, 14 hours. It don't matter. At whatever point you take your shower in the day, if this is what you were wearing, it's still pretty strong at whatever given time into the life of the wearing that you actually take your shower. It's just that strong, guys. That's why I say I'm pretty confident it is an extrait de parfum, and I think that's just a misprint or a screw up on the sticker on the bottom, because this performs like an extrait. It sticks to your skin forever. Whereas this is no slouch whatsoever. I hate to pick a favorite between the two in every one of these categories, but one's got to win. And the longevity here is every bit of 10 to 12 hours. I haven't experienced beyond 12 hours with this fragrance, but I have experienced beyond 12 hours with this one. And the scent strength at the very tail end of the longevity is just a bit stronger overall than this. Projection is just a bit stronger overall in this. So performance is a no-brainer here. It's Supremacy, not only intense. All right, price, the value you're going to get here in the money situation. So depending on where you can find it, it's anywhere from $45 to $75. Steve at Kingdom Fragrance recently had this for $44.98. He only had 3 bottles, he told me, sold through them quickly. He has more coming in on Wednesday at the recording of this video. I think he's got another 10 bottles coming. So currently I know a place to get this for $45, even though I paid like $63 on eBay. If you can find it for $60, it's absolutely worth $60. Whereas this, I paid $60 on Amazon for it. It's fluctuated all the way up to $85. I wouldn't pay $85 for this one, but anytime, anywhere in the realm of $60 for these, they're worth it. As far as I'm concerned, they're worth it. I didn't hesitate once I decided I wanted them, and I found them for that price. But based on being able to get this one a little bit cheaper, and it performs better overall, and believe it or not, the scent quality is a little bit better. I think your value for money is not only intense. So with that said, the clear-cut winner, as much as I want to pick this one because I like how it smells more, I can't, in good conscience, recommend you get that one over Supremacy Not Only Intense. It is that good. You have to be prepared for this bitter, dark, inky, tart, fruity, blackcurrant bomb if you're going to go with this. If you're just looking for a better version of Club de Nuit Intense Man, look, I haven't tried the Pure Parfum yet. I'm going to get that one eventually, but this stuff is freaking phenomenal. I like how this smells more than how this smells. But for what you can get it for the level of performance, the overall scent strength, this is the clear-cut winner, guys. If you can get this one for a good price, get this one for a good price. It's actually further from Creed Aventus' scent profile than limited edition Parfum, but I'm judging these as standalone fragrances in this video, and individually, this is the better fragrance. Well, that was actually more difficult than you may believe to pick between the two of these because I love both of them. I'm super happy to have both. The hype on both is justified in my opinion. I think they're both hype worthy. They're both worthy of the price they ask. I wouldn't want to pay, niche prices, $100 a piece for these. Absolutely not. They're Armaf and Afnan fragrances. You want to get them as cheap as you can. And currently, this is the one that's easier to get cheaper. But if anything excites you about the original EDT version of this is a great fragrance that slightly loses out in performance and actually smells better, in my opinion. And until next time, do me a real quick favor. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe. I do appreciate all the feedback, and I love hearing from you guys. How many of you have tried both of these? How many of you were waiting to hear my opinion on which one you should get? How many of you were surprised that this was the one I picked? How many of you were expecting me to pick this one? Because you guys know scent's most important to me. So you would think, since I like how this one smells more, is the one I would recommend to you. Nope, I gotta be subjective here and put your interest above mine in battle videos like this. Which one do I think is more worth your money? It's this one. And until next time, I will say, if you get either one of them, and you give them a spray now, I'm really confident you'll thank me later because they are both freaking fantastic. Have a good one, guys.